What's up, fam? It's your boy Blessons back with another video, and today I'm gonna show you a trick that I like to use when I feel like my mid-range is lacking a little bit. Let's get into it.
Blessons did it.
Now shout out to our homie Nico. I was chopping it up with him the other day on IG, and we were talking about mid-range, and it got me thinking, what do I do when one, I feel like I'm lacking mid-range, and two, how do I actually monitor my mid-range? All right, so I want to share that with you guys here. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into Pro Tools, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, first things first, when it comes to monitoring mid-range, I do it in various ways. Now, what I mean by that is the different monitors that I use when I'm mixing, I'm using either one of my ref tone speaker, which I really start mixing on that 9 times out of 10, probably about 50% of that mix, because it is just the frequency range is mostly dedicated to the mid-range. All right, so that's one way. I'm also bouncing between my Yamahas, my handy dandy headphones that are I just know these like the back of my hand. And then also, if you guys have Sound ID, there's this TV preset that I like to use that really does show me what my mid-range is doing. All right, now what do you do if you don't have all this? What can you do? All right, now there's a few things I used to do when I didn't have these tools, right? So let's go ahead and bypass this. I actually don't need it for this demonstration. But one thing you can do is you can monitor on something like a Bluetooth speaker, right? Because you know your mid-range is going to be present here. A lot of times to this day, I have this. Actually, I got this on Amazon. It's very inexpensive, actually. Was it Tribbit? This thing right here. Any one of my mixes that I mix, what I'll do is I'll run an aux cord from my headphones of Apollo Twin into this thing, and I'll listen to the mix in it. And it really lets me know what my mid-range is doing, okay? Now, let's say you're in a situation where your mid-range just is not up to par, you can't figure it out, you can't bring it to life, and you're just going crazy. I've been there before as well. Now, what I would used to do, and I haven't done this in a while, but I would come to my mix bus here on the Master Sub 2 bus, and I would load a decapitator. Go ahead and load that here for us real quick. And you can play around with this as far as the different places on your chain where to use this to get the most effect out of it. You have to be careful, but you can do that. Now what I'm gonna do is put my headphones on. And for demonstration purposes, what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna load it right here, right after this Pro Q3, okay? And I have a preset here, so feel free to use my preset if you wanna copy that. So I'll play the mix without this, and then I'll just bring it in and I'll engage it so you can hear the difference, okay? And what's gonna do is add some upper harmonics to the mid-range. This is the decapitator, which is a distortion plugin, but it's gonna add some upper harmonics to that upper mids, okay? So here we go.
Truth be told, I tried to tell them, you could keep your rules, I'm rebelling. Bell been ringing off, don't get caught. What you thought, what you think, don't you sink. Both eyes open, don't you blink, don't you blink. Okay, high, don't waste time. No games when it's game time. Love.
So if you hear it brings a little bit more out of the instruments, it brings a little bit more in his vocal. Now it is kind of subtle, so what I'll do is I'll play it again and I'll dial it in here just to, so you can really hear it and see how it can kind of get out of hand. All right, but here we go.
Truth be told, I tried to tell them, you could keep your rules, I'm rebelling. Bell been ringing off, don't get caught. What you thought, what you think, don't you sink. Both eyes open, don't you blink, don't you blink. Okay, high, don't waste time. No games when it's game time. Love yours and respect all. Bet big, never bet small. Check it.
So as you can see, you can go between the different transformers they have here. I believe this is AME, this is Neve. You know what, it's been a long time, so don't give me a line. I don't know exactly which transformers they are, but trust your ears, like I always tell you, just go through the different modules and see which one sounds best for you. Now, I will say, make sure you just put a little bit on here. It can get out of hand really fast and add some phasing issues and other kind of problems to your mix as well. So that's why I always have the mix very minute here, but this is definitely an excellent plugin to add some upper harmonics to that mid-range of your mix. If this video has helped you out in any way, feel free to like. Let me go ahead and take these headphones off. If this video helps you out in any way, please like the video for me. If you need anything from me, all my details will be in the description below. Again, I go by the name of Blessons. Remember to always, always, always trust your ears, and I'm out.
Blessons did it.